might fast forward through the rest of her remarks because I think we've got everything we need from her, and I want to get to the Q&A. Would you consider the right's understanding of history to be one of the key reasons the left cannot understand the left? That is definitely part of it. I also just think the right is lazy. I think the right look down on people who are educated, and because the right looks down on people who are educated, they don't bother to educate themselves. And it's like they look at people who are educated like this and they just see like leftist activists. But the fact of the matter is like education has a place and education has a role. And if you aren't willing to sit down and learn something, then there's no way that you can be effective at fighting back against that thing. And so I think their lack of understanding of history is certainly part of it. I think there is a lack of inquisitiveness in a lot of right-wingers that I see. I don't think they have a very flexible mindset. I think they struggle to see things differently. They struggle to look outside of their perspective. This is not true of all right-wingers, by the way. So if you're feeling personally offended right now, I'm not talking about you. But like, that's what I see a lot. Is just like an absolute refusal to acknowledge that there is factual information that's right in front of them that they can look at that they just won't even consider because they're just regurgitating the talking points of their influencers because they never bothered to learn how to investigate these issues for themselves. So I do think that the conservative right is the biggest challenge and the biggest obstacle in defeating the left. The left will win because the conservative right allowed them to win. The left is successful because the conservative right has never done anything strategic to push back on them or stop them. And not only has the conservative right never done anything to stop them, the conservative right is actually proud of themselves for having never done anything of value. And they're high-fiving and memeing on the internet going, woke is dead, we won, they lost, Trump is president, he's going to save us. And you guys are, you literally just watched a presentation where they're talking about doing sanctuary schools to protect against Trump's deportation orders. And it's like the left is actually giving Trump the finger and saying, we're not going to follow. Not only are we still going to teach DEI, not only are we still going to teach activism to kids, not only are we still going to train your kids in schools, now we're going to add the extra layer on top of it where we're actually going to use the schools to protect illegal immigrants from deportation just to give you the finger. And we're going to talk about it in public. And we're not even going to hide what we're doing because we're so sure that you're going to do nothing to stop us, Trump administration, that we can say and do whatever the fuck we want. The reason the left will win is because the right is completely useless in this equation. And the reason the right is completely useless in this equation is because the vast majority of them have no clue what's going on. And even more than that, they don't actually care what's going on. All they care about is bullshit talking points designed to rev up their base so they get likes and shares on Twitter so they make more money. This is why you hear conservatives say Democrats are socialists, Democrats are communists. If they make you think that they care about fighting communism and socialism, when in fact, they don't even know who the real fucking communists and socialists are. They have no idea. They're right in front of us on the screen right now. They do this in public. I've been covering this event for 4 years now. I can't get conservative media to report on this. So they don't care about communism at all in any way. The most prominent leftist activists in the country are in Chicago right now, live streaming on the fucking internet exactly what they're doing, and conservative media is just completely ignoring all of it. What do? You sit your ass down, you listen to what the left says, you learn what they're doing, you unlearn every single bullshit talking point that your conservative influencers ever told you. You start from the beginning and you learn who your enemy is. That's what you do. Sit down, learn what they're doing, listen to what they're doing, ask questions about what they're doing, unlearn all of the bullshit that you think you know about the left. That's what you do. And if you are unwilling to do that, if you are unwilling to educate yourself about what's actually going on, there is nothing I can tell you to do that's actually going to work. You have got to understand your enemy. I am extraordinarily anti-Zionist. Israel can suck my dick. I do not want to support Israel at all in any way. We should not be sending any money to Israel. I don't want anything to do with the Middle East, nothing. And to be really serious, I truly don't care if you're Jewish, but honest to God, Israel is part of the problem. Israel causes more fucking problems than like anything. Israel is the reason that right now the Trump administration is going after anti-Semitism rather than radical revolutionary communists. Anyway.
Don't say anything into a mic that you don't want read back to you in court.
There is literally nothing that you can do if you have not educated yourself first. Conservatives like to come on the channel all the time, and you guys like to try to get around what I'm telling you to do. The only thing, there is one thing that you need to do, one thing, singular. You need to sit your ass down. You need to listen to what the left is saying. You need to learn as much as you can about them. You need to learn to speak their language. You need to become fluent in their language. Until you have done that, and that takes months. That is months of commitment to listening to the left. Until you do that, there is nothing else that you can do. And the reason there is nothing else that you can do is because you do not understand your enemy, and anything you do after that will be implemented completely incorrectly. You need to understand what you're fighting. Until you understand what you're fighting fluently, you cannot do anything else that will be effective. So stop looking for workarounds. Stop looking for loopholes. There is no shortcut to this. There is no cheat code to this. You have to sit down and learn what they're saying and learn what they're doing and learn all the ways in which you've been lied to and forget every misconception you know. And then and only then, and I promise you, once you become fluent in their language, you will know what to do. No, I am not giving you anything else. I'm giving you, see, this is what conservatives do. I know, Karlyn, I know. You want me to listen. I know. I get it. I get it. I swear I get it. What else can I do, though? Nothing. 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 Sit down, listen, become fluent in it. You will know what to do when you become fluent in the language. Until you become fluent in the language, I'm not going to give you any other task to complete. That is the bar. That is the entry point. Listen to the left. You can go back into the archive of my content. You can watch the How to Speak Socialist presentation. You can come to the webinar I'm doing in a couple weeks. It's pinned to the top of the chat. We will help you learn this language, but if you are unwilling to do that, there's literally nothing else you can do. Nothing. Either you're willing to do the work and learn, or you're not. And that's it.